A CNBC investigation reveals how counterfeit versions of Novo Nordisk's Ozempic and other popular weight loss drugs are being actively sold online and also illegally shipped from other countries into the United States. It's a worldwide problem the pharmaceutical industry says poses serious health risks. Here's Melissa Lee with Ozempic Underworld, the black market of obesity drugs.
Not far from the majestic Rocky Mountains in Boulder, Colorado, is an ordinary suburban neighborhood, a quiet, tree-lined street, and this modest light gray home. Not the kind of place you'd imagine an investigation into black market Ozempic would lead, but it did. Our look into counterfeit weight loss drugs started with purchasing Ozempic online from Laver Beauty, a company we thought was based in Colorado. What we found was that it's part of an international marketplace where criminals are either brazenly counterfeiting these drugs or buying the real thing overseas on the cheap and illegally shipping them to the U.S. to turn a profit. The main targets, Novo Nordisk's diabetes drug Ozempic.
Discover the Ozempic Trizone.
As well as its obesity drug Wegovy.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
And Eli Lilly's Mounjaro and Zepbound. All in a class of wildly popular weight loss drugs known as GLP-1s. The Ozempic we bought from Laver Beauty cost $219, while real Ozempic goes for nearly $1,000 for a month's supply. The company's website and corporate documents claim the operation is located in Boulder, Colorado. But the Ozempic we ordered from Laver Beauty was shipped via DHL from this office building in Shijiazhuang, China, off an elevator and behind this unmarked door, right to us at CNBC headquarters in New Jersey. Let's open it up and see what we have. It's a plain cardboard box. It doesn't appear to have any refrigeration, although it's supposed to be refrigerated. This looks like it might have been a refrigeration pack at one point, although it's warm now. It does say Ozempic on it, 1 milligram, and here's the Novo Nordisk logo, and here's the pen. Looks like the real thing, but let's see what's inside. Was this real Ozempic that was diverted to the U.S. or a fake? And why did it come from China when the company has a Colorado address? We'll answer that question. But first, our investigation brought us to the U.K., where hundreds of counterfeit Ozempic pens have been seized. It's hard to tell what's real and what's not. The fakes are that good. Andy Morling is Deputy Director of Criminal Enforcement for the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency.
So would you like to have a guess which one is the genuine and which one is the fake?
This one is real. The other one with the purplish pen isn't.
It is, to us, a very crude copy, not sophisticated in any sense at all, but it's enough to make people who don't have this level of knowledge and don't have the comparison to make inject this into themselves and cause themselves significant harm.
A total of 869 counterfeit Ozempic pens were seized. They're actually relabeled insulin pens.
These are completely counterfeit products manufactured somewhere, we don't know exactly where, and made to look very much like Ozempic pens.
Now, back to the Ozempic we bought online. Novo Nordisk says the Ozempic we received appears to be diverted legitimate product and was produced for and distributed to the Chinese market during late 23 and early 24. Therefore, it would be unauthorized, unapproved for the U.S. market. The company went on to state that it cannot confirm the sterility, which may present an increased risk of infection for patients who use the counterfeit product. Still, one question remained. What is the connection between this house, listed on the Laver Beauty website, and this office in China? The homeowners told us they have no connection to the Chinese Ozempic seller at all. Laver Beauty did not respond to our request for comment. The day after we sent that request, the Colorado address was scrubbed from the website. And as far as that address in Boulder, Colorado, the Laver sales representative told me on WhatsApp that it was the previous address of their U.S. warehouse. Clearly, it's just a home in a neighborhood. Law enforcement sources tell us that the Ozempic we received from China is connected to an ongoing federal investigation into Ozempic packages being shipped into the United States. And by the way, this is just a small part of it. You can watch the full investigation by scanning the QR code on the screen with your phone or by going to cnbc.com/Ozempic Underworld.
I mean, this raises some huge questions. If you are someone who has ordered this from outside, you have to wonder what you're getting. What's in it if it's not the actual thing? What are the counterfeits? What's inside?
We went to Eli Lilly, and they showed us a number of very sophisticated fakes. Some of it was filled with insulin. Just straight up insulin that does not induce weight loss, which, if you're not diabetic, that can have serious consequences.
Yeah, like that's...
The other part of it is it could be expired Ozempic. It could be Ozempic that's been not refrigerated, and so therefore the sterility is in question. It could be saline. What the U.S. has seen in terms of packages coming in and counterfeits is actual Ozempic pens, used Ozempic pens filled with saline. So you could be looking at the packaging thinking, this looks like the real thing. Put it side by side, it looks like the real thing. But it's not.
Not only is it not the real thing, it's been injected into somebody else, so you're using used needles
that is a question. You don't know what you are getting when you're buying anything online.
Pre-owned, I think, is the preferred...
Gently used.
That is disgusting. A needle that's...
It's already been injected.
It may come with new needles, but you don't know what's inside the vial, and that is much more consequential.
How are Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly fighting back?
This is serious business to them. They've got in-house security. They've got in-house investigators teaming up with investigators around the world. It's not just the U.S. It's coming from everywhere. There are epicenters everywhere. We visit them in this investigation. Turkey, for instance, is a hotbed of counterfeits coming into the United States. China is, Mexico, Europe. You might ask why. It's because it's a lot cheaper. First of all, they're very good counterfeiters in these countries, just outright fakes. But also the difference between the list price in the U.S. and the list prices in those countries are tremendous. So if people in those countries can obtain those, prescriptions, obtain the medicines for a cheaper price and then sell it into the U.S., that's profit. If they steal it,
it's the best you can hope for if you are a U.S. consumer buying this stuff, though. You don't know what you're going to be handling, what you're getting.
And even so, even if you do get the real thing, you don't know if it's been sitting on a tarmac for 10 hours
heated up,
or in a warehouse heated up for days.
Yeah.